There's quite a few topics that we had to read, so let's start with adolescence in history. One prominent figure coming on the scene had a theory about adolescence being nice then mean. The man I'm talking about is named Stanley Hall, and the Storm and Stress View is what it was called. The next chapter covers puberty, but I'll do my best to keep it PG. We won't get into any uncomfortable details, but just so you know, it affects both males and females. For boys, it begins with a flood of testosterone. Girls get estrogen, the female hormone. We all go through life's weird changes, but the age it starts often ranges. Girls experience their first menstruation, boys' voices change and can cause frustration. That's all we've got for Chapter 2, so now I'll go over Chapter 3 with you. One topic in this chapter is social cognition, where being the center of attention is often their mission. One theory called imaginary audience means thinking you're on stage, which doesn't make any sense. You think everyone noticed that your hair's messed up, but in reality, no one gives up. And let's move on. This is taking too long. We've got lots more topics to cover in this song. Chapter 4 deals with identity and how Erikson's ideas were the epitome. Erikson believed that life's about questions and that each crisis is actually a blessing. The next topic is gender, but before we take that dive, everybody turn your books to page 165. It is said there are differences in how boys and girls are treated, and this often results in one feeling defeated. Teachers often spend more time with boys, but this might be because they make more noise. The next chapter covers sexuality and how teen pregnancy is a shocking reality. Teen pregnancy is higher here than many other nations. Could it be due to a flawed sex education? Getting pregnant as a teen could have bad results. It's risky for the babies who might never become adults. Let's move on. I've got more to say. The next topic covers the values of our youth today. Study suggests there's a growing motivation and financial stability is the new fixation. Despite these findings of increasing greed, more adolescents than ever are helping those in need. We've got to keep going because it's getting late. Finally, we've arrived at Chapter 8. This next chapter looks at the family dynamic, so let's talk about divorce, the latest epidemic. Most researchers would agree that divorce negatively affects the whole family. Come on, parents, stop the aggression because getting divorced leads your kids to depression. Chapter 9 is the one that deals with peers and the relationships made during these years. Distinguishing between crowds and cliques can easily be solved with a few simple tricks. Cliques are usually pretty small groups, like 5 or 6 boys who like to shoot hoops. Crowds are large, and based on reputation, they might not even spend time in the same location. Chapter 10 covers going from high school to college, so you're lucky that I'm here to drop a little knowledge. Happy students in college are highly social, so put yourself out there so you don't go postal. Chapter 11 is about achievement and the stresses involved, so let's take a look now at the problems to be solved. Stress about school is a bad sensation, and the number one cause is mass procrastination. Ignoring a task you hope will go away or waiting to study until the very last day. Chapter 12 talks about poverty and struggles. If we could magic this away, then we wouldn't be muggles. The quantum program looks to mend the situation by offering training and even compensation. The 4-year price of training a future programmer is about the same cost of 1 year in the slammer. This last chapter covers emerging adulthood and the problems that arise when they're up to no good. Consuming alcohol has many effects, like poor decision making and unprotected sex. So if you want to succeed and don't want to lose, get your head on straight and cut the booze.